Hi, class. Welcome to the next stage of our class where you will be creating a persuasive presentation. Now, with that said, you need to do some work before you can actually start writing your next project. So, moving forward into our week 7, you will see that you have some information to go through. Within the overview, you will see a number of lectures to view, as well as you'll be going through the audience analysis section, the ethics, and then, of course, you need to be writing out your questions for your audience analysis. As you do that, you will have a number of questions to fill out, 6 total, and this worksheet is to help you actually write the questions after you've reviewed the lecture material. Now, with that said, I have actually created just some mock questions here for you so that I can show you how to use these questions and create the survey, which you will share with the class and your other audience members. Now that I have the questions, let's go ahead and show you how to create a survey using Office 365 forms. So you can see that I have logged into Office 365. You can do that if you come into the hub and select this area over here, and then when you are in actually your account, you will see these 9 dots right here. You want to click on those dots and select Forms. Now with that, you'll see if you have already used this function, you'll see your forms that you have created. And this is just a fancy way of saying that this is where you create your surveys. So in selecting this, I am going to go ahead and create a new survey, and we're going to call this Dr. T Survey for Class, for Speech Class. So name it something with your name. And then to begin, we're going to just start by adding a question. Now, these little guys over here that I'm highlighting, these will indicate the type of question. If you look at this first one here, this is for open-ended type questions, which if you see on this question, the demographic is actually an open-ended question. So if I want to just copy and paste that in there, then I have this done. Now, for the next question, I look at this, and this is the other open-ended question. So this open-ended question is, how do you describe a healthy meal? I'm going to select the same little letters here, which indicates an open-ended question. I'm going to add that in here, and that's it. That's all I have to do. So I have the major and how do you describe a healthy meal. Okay, now let's look at the Likert questions. So with these questions, you want to make sure that you are choosing the question that has the little thumbs up on it. So just to demonstrate, you see the little thumbs up right here? That's the one you want. And for this question I have, do you associate healthy meals with delicious meals? And we're going to put this right here. And then I'm going to look at this and see that I want a 1 to 10 scale. Our choices are 5 points, 7 points, and 10 points. So I need to change this to match my desired Likert. And I'm going to change this to number because I want very specific numbers. I want the low numbers to associate the low association and the high numbers to associate a high association. So I'm just going to add that in this area so that my respondents know when they are answering the scale, where their number is best represented. So now let's go to the next question, which is another Likert scale, but instead I have a 1 to 7 scale. So, do you have the desire to cook healthy meals at home? I'm going to again use the little thumbs up. I'm going to add in the question. I am going to add in the labels. I'm going to change the scale and change it to number. And that is done. Now let's move to the next question, which this question is a multiple choice question where you should have one answer, or you intend on your respondents answering for one of the questions. So multiple choice questions, you are adding in their responses. So if we look at this very first button, you'll see that there are options. And since we don't want multiple answers, we don't want that sliding over, not yet. And we just want to know frequency. What are your behaviors in this thing? Okay, so how often do you eat at fast food restaurants? And I already have my answers right here, so I'm just going to put in my answers. Okay, and as you can see, we just have all these choices here. And now let's go into the next question. Okay, this is another multiple choice question, but this time if you read through it, you can see that I want the option that your participants can check any or all of these, or maybe none of these. So let's take a look at how to do this. I'm going to indicate within the question that it's a check all that apply. And then I'm going to add in all of these options. Now that I have actually added in all the responses and I say check all that apply, I can consider that there may be more options than this that I'm not thinking of. This is where you can put the other option, and that allows your participants to think about what else they may be doing at home, and then you want to slide this over so it's green. Now that we have finished filling out all these questions, you're ready to share. In order to share this survey with the class as well as anybody else who will be in your audience, go ahead and select the share button right here. And by the way, as soon as people start filling out the surveys, you'll be able to see the answers right here. So let's click the share button. We want anyone with the link can respond. Sometimes it automatically defaults to only people in my organization. And from here, I'm going to copy this. And now I'm going to add this into our class. So this is under the audience analysis assignment. So if you go to the appropriate week, so here we are, audience analysis assignment, week 7, or of course, you can go through the assignment category. We come in here, and then I just have some instructions. You can reply, and then you can add in a link by using this little link button. And this will just create a live hyperlink that will go into the next tab. And here we have this workable link, and you should test it, make sure it is working and that your copy and paste went well, and that is the survey that you had intended on posting within our class. So that's it for now. That's a quick tutorial on how to use Forms, Microsoft Forms, in order to create your survey and post it within our class.